So here we are at the 2012 Griffin KOH, and the car prep. You've gone through contingency and tech inspection. What's new about the car since I saw it and we talked about it at the Stampede race?
One of the, probably the only thing that's really new is at the Stampede race we were doing some testing with tire balls, and a lot of people don't know what they are, but there's 20 chambers of air inside each tire, and it's a pretty crazy apparatus that airs them up. And they're doing testing, trying to get military contract and stuff. And what it is you get a flat in each chamber, and there actually holds a tire up, so the tire looks inflated, but they'll get kind of knotted up in there, so it looks deformed also and inflated. But I can still run full race speeds without banging the wheel and stuff. So it's a really cool, idea. It's something that I seen at the very first King of the Hammers race that I did. I seen that they used them in the UTVs, and we tried getting with them, and they didn't make anything at the time for us. And last year in 2011, they called and said, "Hey, would you like to test this product for me?" And I was like, "Man, I wanted to test it 2 years ago, but you didn't have nothing." I was like, I'd be, anxious to get something like that to play with. And it didn't quite make the 2011 King of the Hammers, but at the Stampede later on in the year, which is a very important race because it's some of the gnarliest rocks out there, and probably some harder canyons than here at the Hammers, just because of the sharpness of the rocks and the terrain. No matter what kind of tire it is, when you're driving that aggressive, you're knocking the sides out of them. And so it's kind of like having a crutch, you got some backup, and when you knock one out, you don't even stop, you don't even think about it, you just keep driving on it. And for racing, or sooner or later in the military, they get shot at, that they can keep on trucking with the flat because it's the balls hold the tire up. Some new stuff that's not really out there yet. We're still testing and working with it, and I think it's going to be a pretty good advantage this year. This is what the tire ball insert looks like before it's inflated, and they're custom made for the width of the tire. And when they're inflated, there's 20 of them in there, and it airs up with like a basketball needle, and they're all in a row, and they're not real easy to put in, but they're valuable to a racer in a situation like this, because it holds the tire up and you can keep on racing. You don't have to worry about changing it. And everybody knows I don't like to run a spare because of the weight and stuff, but this is worth its weight in gold right here.